Hey, thanks for being with me on my Patreon. So this little series I'm going to do here, I'm basically just going to read from a profound book about the life of Shakyamuni Buddha. Now, I've been a Buddhist for 10 years, and I've read about, Shakyamuni many times. But I've never found a more profound explanation than in the New Human Revolution, Volume 3. So just to give you some context, the New Human Revolution is a series of 30 books, and it's all about how the third president of the Soka Gakkai, Daisaku Ikeda, from May 3rd, 1960, when he took the baton from his mentor, the second president of the Soka Gakkai, Jose Toda, how Daisaku Ikeda from 1960 spread Buddhism across the whole world. And it's written by him, and he creates a pen name for himself, Shinichi Yamamoto, and he's telling you the story of basically his life and spreading Buddhism across the world and the problems that came with that, and also the grace and the beauty that came with that. So like I said, there's 30 volumes of this book. This is volume 3, and it's about when he went to India for the very first time to pray for the prosperity of Buddhism, and also to bury some beautiful items near the tree where Shakyamuni gained his enlightenment, on behalf of all Soka Gakkai members. So this series is going to be me reading from this chapter. It's a chapter called The Buddha, on page 151. If you have this version, there's different versions of this book, just because it's had different publishers. So it might be slightly different if you have this book. I also want to say, I'm not going to try to pretend to pronounce some of the words, because we're going to be talking about historical places and names that are very hard to pronounce. So I apologize in advance. I'm not trying to make this like a perfect audio book where everything's pronounced perfectly. I'm just being raw and real and reading it. So if I stutter a lot, I apologize. Some of these words are pretty massive, but it is the most delicious and amazing example of the life of Shakyamuni Buddha, how he became enlightened, why he did it, what he did, and I wanted to share this with you. So I'll no doubt do this in a few videos, because it will no doubt take quite a while to get through. It's quite a lot of pages. So I'm going to start. The Buddha. Beautiful. And just to let you know, it starts, before we explain the life of the Buddha, it explains a bit about Shinichi Yamamoto and what he's doing in India at that time, before he starts to go on to explain about the Buddha's life. And remember, Shinichi Yamamoto is the pen name for Daisaku Ikeda. So it's the story of how Sensei, my life mentor, Daisaku Ikeda, went to India to spread Buddhism and to honor the place where Shakyamuni first gained his enlightenment in this lifetime. The Buddha. The clouds floating in the sky began to take on a deepening golden hue. After burying the commemorative items, Shinichi Yamamoto and the others took another walk around the temple grounds. West of the majestic central tower, they came upon a huge tree with widely outstretched branches. It was a Bodhi tree, in all its dignity and splendor. These Indian fig trees had been known as papau trees, but after Shakyamuni Buddha attained enlightenment under this tree, they came to be called the Bodhi or Bo tree. The Bodhi tree, standing today on the grounds of the Mahabodhi temple in Bodhgaya, is not the one under which Shakyamuni attained enlightenment. It is thought to have been replanted on the same spot in later ages after the original tree died. In the shade of the tree was a stone bench, the diamond throne, marking the spot where Shakyamuni had attained enlightenment. Leaving the temple grounds, they walked a short distance to the Narayana River. Due to the season, however, the riverbed was dry. Its parched white earth resembled a broad field. Lush greenery grew on the opposite bank, beyond which rose the distant outline of a craggy mountain that resembled the twin humps of a camel. That mountain, shaped like a camel's back, is Prag Bodhi, where the Buddha is said to have pursued his ascetic practice, the clerk of the custodial commissions of the Mahabodhi temple told them. When he abandoned his practice of austerities, he bathed his body in the river on the far bank. A girl named Sujata offered a bowl of gruel rice to the gaunt and malnourished Buddha. Fasting and other severe austerities had left him physically deliberated and weak. This offering of food allowed the Buddha to regain his strength.